What's up guys, LeftBurst here, and
Today we are going to do an episode review of Beyblade Burst Sparking Episode 4. Let's get started. Overall, the episode was alright in my opinion. No, it was fairly good. It revolved around a tag team battle between the main protagonists, Hikaru and Hyuga, and they versed the Ragnaroks, of course, Rentaro and Renjiro. So yeah, the episode starts off at the Beyblade gym, of course, which looks amazing. Look at the Beyblade gym. Look at all like the normal the normal buildings next to it, and then you see the Beyblade gym. It's like twice the size of all the other buildings, and then it's flipping neon. It's amazing. I wonder how like they afford to keep that place open, because like who is running the Beyblade gym? Like, you don't see a single adult in there, so it's a little concerning. Like, it honestly should be shut down. If the Beyblade gym was a thing in real life, coronavirus, man, no one would be at the Beyblade gym. Real life sucks. Anyway, so yeah, they're at the Beyblade gym. Of course, where the last episode left off, Hikaru challenged Renjiro to a battle, and Renjiro, you know, he's kind of like, he has an ego, so he's like, yeah, of course I'm gonna battle you. So this episode starts off with the battle between Hikaru and Renjiro. They both launched their Beyblades into the stadium, and Hikaru's actually able to do a sparking launch now. And when he did the sparking launch, it definitely caught Renjiro by surprise. Look how like shocked Renjiro is. It's like, holy moly, he did a sparking launch, that's crazy. Anyway, both Beyblades hit the stadium floor, and immediately King Helios goes straight for an attack against Glide Ragnarok. And oh, I just love the color scheme for Glide Ragnarok. Oh my goodness, the white looks amazing. Anyway, because Renjiro is a Chozy Blader, I would definitely say he's way more experienced than Hikaru, definitely. He's able to deflect Hikaru's attack, and King Helios goes flying into the air. But that's not a problem, because King Helios, because it went flying into the air, it uses the momentum for a counter attack. He uses his own driver, launches straight at Glide Ragnarok again. Both Beyblades go flying into the air, although King Helios does hit the ground before Glide Ragnarok, so in the end, Renjiro wins. Now, of course, when Hikaru wins, he's kind of like frustrated. He's like, oh, I can't believe I lost. How did I lose? I almost won. But Renjiro took the battle even more serious. Look at his face. He's like so stressed. He's like, I can't believe I almost lost to a buffoon like him who uses a Beyblade like King Helios. Like, who am I? And Rentaro sees this, and he's like, Renjiro, calm down. You still won. Like, what the heck? And of course, Renjiro's like, I don't care. Battle me again. I'm gonna defeat you this time. And Hikaru's like, yeah, sure, I'll battle you again, but I'm gonna burst you. But of course, Hyuga gets in the way, and he's like, you guys aren't battling. It's my turn. And they get in a huge argument. And at the end of the day, Rentaro, the older brother, steps in, and he's like, hey, I have a way to solve this. Let's do a tag team battle, me and Renjiro versus you two. And after this, we actually get a flashback scene of Hikaru and Hyuga doing a tag team battle at an official WBO event. And you can see that they're not very good at teamwork. Their teamwork is definitely not the best. They're getting in the way of each other. And in the end, they lost to two nobodies. So Hikaru and Hyuga, they're not very good at tag team battles. They're not very good at working together. They don't have much synergy. So of course, before the battle, Hikaru's trying to explain to Hyuga some strategy, because Hikaru's a strategist. He always like thinks before the Beyblade battle. He goes into every Beyblade battle with like some strategy. Well, Hyuga usually just goes in with no strategy. He's like, I'm just gonna attack that Beyblade. And I think that's why Hikaru, at least at the beginning of the anime, seems to be so much better than Hyuga. So Hikaru's strategy is that he's going to attack both Ragnaroks. He's gonna make both Ragnaroks lose a bit of stamina, and then Hyuga is going to go in with the finishing attack and knock both Ragnaroks out of the stadium. And he's trying to explain this to Hyuga, and Hyuga is not having any of it. He's like, okay, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go and attack the Beyblade because that's what I do best. And then of course Hikaru is like, no, what are you doing? No, follow the strategy. And they get in a huge argument. And the other set of brothers, Rentaro and Renjiro, they're watching Hyuga and Hikaru fight, and they're like, look at those two losers fighting. They they have like no synergy at all. We're totally gonna defeat them. But while talking about Hyuga and Hikaru, they actually get in a fight themselves, and then everyone's just in a fight, and it's just a bunch of chaos. The referee tries to calm them down, but they yell at the referee. But at the end of the day, they all manage to calm down and they get the battle started. But before the battle starts, I just want to say, look at their launching stances. I think their launching stances are really cool. So if you look at the Rantaro brothers, they both have like a very similar launching stance. They're kind of hunched over, their launcher's kind of facing them. But then if you look at Hikaru and Hyuga, Hikaru has a launching stance very similar to Shu, very calculated. And then Hyuga has a launching stance very similar to Volt. Just like a pure power launching stance. Anyway, they all launch their Beyblades in the stadium. Everyone does a sparking launch besides poor Hyuga. Poor Hyuga still can't do a sparking launch. I feel really bad for him because his older brother Hikaru can, but he still can't, and they did like the same training. It kind of sucks. Anyway, so both Beyblades hit the stadium floor. Actually, this time there's 4 Beyblades, so all Beyblades hit the stadium floor. Both Ragnaroks go to the center of the stadium, avoiding each other. And of course, Hyuga's like, what the flip? Everyone did a sparking launch besides me. And he kind of lets his anger get the better of him, and he goes straight in for an attack. He's like, go King Helios, attack the Ragnaroks. And Hikaru sees this, and Hikaru is like, what the flip? What are you doing? This isn't part of the strategy. But you know what? At this point, Hikaru is like, whatever, screw the strategy. I'll go in for an attack too. So both Beyblades go straight at the Ragnaroks. That's when Rantaro and Renjiro use their special move, Double Tornado. Both Ragnaroks light on fire, and we see a giant tornado summon between them. And this tornado is double the size of the normal Ragnarok tornado. Of course, it sweeps both the brothers' Beyblades up. I can't really call them the brothers anymore now because it's kind of a brothers battle. So I guess I'll just call it the Super King Beyblades because it's Super Hyperion and King Helios. Both Super King Beyblades go flying into the air, but that wasn't enough to stop them. They both ricochet off the wall. However, instead of hitting Ragnarok, they hit each other. So both Beyblades hit each other, and that's when they get an idea. Their idea is using the force that they get from hitting each other, they're going to go in and attack Ragnarok. And they call this new special move Twin Strike. So they use Twin Strike, they summon their aura. We actually see the avatar of King Helios and Super Hyperion, and the avatars look very similar. The only difference I can really spot, well, there are like some subtle differences, but basically the only difference is one is blue and one is red. So they use Twin Strike and they go and attack both Ragnaroks. In the end, they are actually able to burst Renjiro's Glide Ragnarok, but Rantaro's Ragnarok was able to withstand the attack. Both Beyblades kind of separate from each other, and they both activate a counterattack with their free spin drivers. At this moment, Rantaro powers up, and we get a look of his Ragnarok's avatar, and his Ragnarok's avatar doesn't look very different from, of course, Renjiro's Ragnarok avatar, although Rantaro's Ragnarok avatar is a little more orange. Anyway, all 3 Beyblades collide in the center of the stadium, but of course, it's a 2v1, so they are able to hit Glide Ragnarok out of the stadium, and you can see Rantaro is quite surprised. So yeah, in the end, the brothers were actually able to win because of their new special move, Twin Strike. And Renjiro is actually really mad about this. He's like, oh, I can't believe we lost to like those 2 idiots that couldn't even hold a civil conversation. But Rentaro is actually proud of the 2 brothers. He's like, oh, look at them. That was actually some really good teamwork. I'm proud of you guys. But in the end, Renjiro's not having any of this. He's like, let's have another team battle. And of course, Hikaru and Hyuga are like, yeah, let's go again. So they do another team battle. But this time when they try to do their twin strike, it fails. And yeah, that's basically where the episode ends off. Next week's episode is going to be very similar, except they're going to do 1v1s against Rentaro, because of course they still haven't defeated Rentaro at a 1v1. I feel like in this battle, Renjiro was kind of holding Rentaro back, so they're going to try to test their skill against Rentaro now. I don't know if I'm going to do an episode review next week, because another battle against a Ragnarok, I think I want to wait until we get like a battle against Car Satan, or a battle against Brave Valkyrie. Oh my goodness, Brave Valkyrie Valkyrie is amazing. I'm so excited for that Beyblade to release. I love the color scheme, how they added more yellow into it, because the yellow on like Victory Valkyrie, I always loved the yellow on Victory Valkyrie, and it seemed like throughout the years they started to not use as much yellow in Valkyrie's color scheme and started to use more red, which red is cool, but yellow's cooler. Now it has like yellow rubber. I'm getting distracted. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do an episode review next week because it's against a Ragnarok, but if you guys want an episode review next week, tell me in the comment section below. Do you guys enjoy these episode reviews? I mean, like, they're kind of fun to make, but at the same time, I could be making other content. So tell me in the comment section below, should I continue with these episode reviews, or should I move on to some different content? Maybe some more battles or something. Oh, also, I would like to note that I actually got a new editor. Don't worry, he's not replacing Felix. He's gonna edit kind of the smaller videos, so I have 2 editors now, so that means even more videos. So tell me if you like his editing style, and if you don't like something about his editing style, tell me in the comment section below. So just something like constructive criticism to help him develop his LeftBurst editing style and all that stuff. Anyway, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later. Have a nice day. LeftBurst out.